Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl Sunday.
That's it. Super Bowl Sunday special.
This is the same man that made coming soon. Oh man, it worked though. All right, welcome to
Man,
Sportsplug Podcast. You already know what it is. Super Bowl Sunday. Sorry for yelling.
special.
Nah, sorry for yelling. Hey, hit the subscribe button, the like button, all that. We're gonna get back. We're gonna get right into it.
Hit
We're
the
gonna talk about
subscribe button ASAP.
and the little bell thingy.
Ding.
Now, let's just get. I'm gonna do it backwards because most people like to talk a bunch and then make their picks. Let's just make your pick, and then we'll talk about MVP and everything else.
Alright, if we jumping right out at it.
Yes, just jumping right out at it.
If I'm gonna jump right out there at it, the one person I can live with it being wrong with is Billy Goat. So I'm going with Billy Goat.
Man, I picked, so it's not wrong. Repick, because if the two people pick the same thing, I got Billy Goat too. I got Billy Goat for a plethora of reasons, which we'll get into. So we both have the Buccaneers and the Billy Goat. Let's start with why. I'll just let you. Why do you think that they're going to win?
They're in a tough situation, the Chiefs. They going to their house. They missing their offensive line. And for a lack of better word, they going against Billy Goat.
All right. So what about? Okay, so let's just go over the different. Actually, other than the tackles, the skill positions pretty much line up. Really, they line up pretty evenly. They both have a lot of talent.
Both got firepower. Both good teams. Like, this ain't finna be no walk in the park.
Oh, it never is with the Billy Goat. He's never won or lost in a blowout.
I just think that somehow, some way, he gonna have the ball last. And if it's one person that I trust with the ball last, even though he done lost it a few times, I'm cool losing with him. Because more times than not, he gonna make you pay.
Here's why I think that the Billy Goat's gonna win, and I've told you this, so
and because I think if it's any defense, my B, and you got it. And because if it's any defense, I think that can try to get after him, it's them. But honestly, the other thing, man, they beat these dudes already, and it's just hard to beat a team twice.
Yeah, and you said that consistently. That all those are very good reasons. I just have a feeling that this entire year, hell, his entire process of what Tom Brady's been doing is proving that he is undisputed as the GOAT. And I believe that this game is utmost important to him because if he beats Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl, he will have beaten everyone. Yes, everyone.
He already beat him.
No, I'm saying in the Super Bowl. He'll have beaten everyone. And it will have been and to beat him in the Super Bowl means that he did it twice to him, but literally it'll close out like his first Super Bowl, he was an underdog. This last one, they are an underdog, even though it's only -3. His first Super Bowl, he was going against the Hall of Famer. This last one, he's going to go against the Hall of Famer. Like, it just lining up. It
might not be his last one, though.
It may not be his last one, but hell, if he wins, he can think about it because that's just to have a resume of winning against every top QB that has won an MVP or has gotten close to it. Look at all the QB. Only one, your boy, only one guy can stand up and say, "I'm your Huckleberry." Like really, and say like I can beat him. Like I can beat him. I've done it twice in the Super Bowl, and once when he was trying, and once they got close.
It just matters in the bowl.
It just matters in the bowl, but
it don't matter what he did in the regular season when it counted.
No. I'm just saying
it was for all the chips.
Right, they didn't even win though, so it doesn't matter. I misspoke. They didn't even win though, so it doesn't matter. But
in the bowl is when Eli showed.
But you got one guy one guy. It's just hard to root against him, and it's hard to root against. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Like I think guys like Ndamukong Suh.
It's hard for me to root against Patty Mahomes, man. He a Texas kid. I wanna see him do good. Like I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of reasons I picked Tampa, bro. Like Mike Evans is from Galveston Ball. I got love for Galveston Ball, man. I seen them boys beat North Shore a few times back in the gap. Like
it always comes back.
Like I mean, I got love for you know what I'm saying. That boy Godwin, because I had him in fantasy a year ago before the GOAT was there, and I'm kind of glad I did because that boy wouldn't put up work for me. Got me a little money. So, I mean, it's just some stuff, but more than any of it, they got Billy GOAT, bro. Like, I don't really have a logical explanation. Like, other than the Chiefs might have the new Billy GOAT, but
All right,
I just say this: if G Ford had been on the team with Billy Goat, he wouldn't have lined up offside.
That we can agree on. All right, being in the Super Bowl, let's go into some of the smaller things, the games within the games, or just the interesting facts within the games, if you will.
I got one.
What's up?
Take the over on the national anthem prop bet.
What is? You can describe the prop. Let me know. Like, what is it?
How long will the national anthem be? I want to say it's at 53 seconds. Take the over.
Nah, that hoe gonna hit at least a minute 30.
Yeah, it's two people singing a duet.
Oh, that hoe hitting 2 minutes. They getting a minute apiece. They getting a minute apiece. What other prop bets are there? Hold up. Let me. Yes, I'm glad you brought this to the forefront because yes, that's definitely. You can write this down. That's definitely going over. That's got to be at least a minute 32 minutes because you got two people singing and one person's gonna carry it out because everybody. One thing is for sure, everybody's gonna try to be Marvin Gaye. If you're at the Super Bowl or at the All-Star game, you're gonna try to be Marvin Gaye or Whitney Houston. One of the two, and that's gonna fail. But in trying to do that, you're gonna like prolong the process.
But it's so, like Jasmine Sullivan and.
Did you hear what I said?
Like a country artist. Nah, they're gonna both sing good. It's just it's gonna go long.
Yeah, it's gonna go. It's gonna go beyond. What's another one? Do you have them in front of you?
I don't have them in front of me.
Oh, you got it.
I can try to look them up while we're talking. But there's definitely some good prop bets out here. Another one is I do think Pat Mahomes will complete the first pass of the game.
Oh, that one's. I mean, that depends on who gets the ball first.
No, I'm saying like his first possession.
Oh, yeah, that's an easy one.
Like they have one. Is he gonna complete his first pass? I think so.
What about the coin toss?
Go for heads.
I know there's a lot of people saying that. There's a lot of people saying go for heads. I got minus 101 on heads. Shit. I got one here that's got minus 101 on both. Will the opening kick be a touchback? See, that's the one that can make you sweat.
Yes, I'll take a bet on that.
You're gonna be amped up. You gotta make it happen.
Neither one of those dudes. We want to be known for fumbling the opening kick
in the Super Bowl
before whoever, whether it's Brady or homeboy. Neither one of them want to be known as the guy who fumbles that kick. Like, and you start the team in a hole. Just fair catch it, homie. They gonna kick it out the end zone.
Pat Mahomes passing yards 327.5. Over under.
I'm gonna go with the over. Like, I'm not saying he gonna go nuts, but man, Cheetah put 200 on them in like the first quarter last time. Like,
and let's not forget, as everybody knows, my man's did a backflip and then landed and stunned on his knees and posed to the world.
Like, I ain't saying that the Bucks I'm rooting for the Bucks, and I'm picking the Bucks.
If there's
But the
one
Cheetah
man,
gonna get loose.
if there's one man, Cheetah better not get loose. If I'm Andy, I'm not Andy. If I'm shit, what's my coach's name?
Bruce,
If I'm
Todd
Bruce
Bowles,
Arians,
Bruce
if I'm
Aaron.
Bruce Arians, I'm like, hey, my nigga, I don't give a fuck if another nigga goes for 500. That nigga can't go for 500, just not him. And he still might, because that is the fastest.
I don't think it's just no option with a nigga that fast.
Never seen a nigga that fast playing football in my life.
Like, they ain't out here calling that boy a cheetah for nothing.
They're not. That motherfucker
Like,
running, boy. Oh
like,
my God.
that's another prop bet. I don't know how many yards they got Cheetah getting, but take the over. Like, he gonna get loose at least 3 times, and there's nothing they gonna be able to do about it.
Yeah, he gonna do that. He gonna line up in the slot and just be a freaking blur running across the screen like he do. Speaking of which, anybody besides, well, actually, let me go over some more of these before I get into that. Pat Mahomes, this is a good one. Pass attempt, 40.5.
40.5?
Yeah.
I think they gonna both touch the over.
I think they both might get to 50.
Like,
Nah, the Buccaneers are gonna start out running. He's probably gonna be right at 40. Not them, Brady probably.
I think they'll both be at about 43, 44.
Here we go. Tyreek prop bet. Yeah, the over under reception, 6.5. He's definitely gonna get 6. I don't know, 7?
I could see him getting. I don't know. I would take the under on that.
Yeah, because I think he's 6.
Because I mean, because
you
dealing.
He chunk plays.
Yeah, I was about to say you dealing with a dude who mostly, like, he can get one pass and it's 4.
Receiving yards is 91.5. Come on, man. He gonna get that in 2 plays. 91.5 yards. He gonna get that in 2 plays. He gonna touch the ball twice. Travis Kelce, yeah, he gonna 7.5 receptions. You can go with the over with that. Tom Brady, 290. Yeah, he's getting more than 296. He's going for 300 this game.
He gonna have to.
Unless like for some reason Leonard Fournette is insane and wins the MVP.
Which could happen.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of motherfuckers out here that can win the MVP.
I got Leonard Fournette, but other than that, I got Pat Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Tom Brady.
Something, man. I know he's dealing with a knee, but something's just like, man. Antonio Brown is just sitting out there, one game, the Super Bowl. Just something, man. If that man touches the ball, we see magic one play, then you can book it. He's gonna get Super Bowl MVP another game of his life.
Yeah, but the only thing I see standing in his way is Tom Brady still gonna throw a bunch of touchdowns and passes. That's why, like, if the Buccaneers win, they're gonna give the MVP to Tom Brady.
That's gonna be the only way that he doesn't get it is someone's gonna have to do something.
To me, is if Leonard Fournette goes out there and rushes for like 200, like a bunch of yards, a bunch of touchdowns, and it was like they were just handing it off. But if Brady is dropping back and throwing it, it don't matter. I don't think it matters what those receivers do. They gonna give it to.
If Tyrann Mathieu gets some picks or interceptions or returns an interception to his house or something like that, he could very well be the recipient because of a crazy defensive player too.
Nah, I can see the Honey Badger getting it. Like,
it's very hard to get it on Tampa Bay. But man, something tells me, get it or not, something tells me Antonio Brown's gonna perk up.
Yeah,
and be like,
I'm not saying Antonio Brown not gonna ball. I'm saying, like, even if he wouldn't have the game of his life, if Mike Evans just gets one touchdown, they're gonna give it to Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Like, it's just because he done left. He's Tom Brady.
He's Tom. That's all you had to say was he's Tom Brady. That's all.
Like,
it's Tom fucking Brady.
Like, they there because he there.
So, Anything else in the Super Bowl besides we picked? We're gonna watch. Who do you have as your MVP?
Overall, bro, I'm telling you, I think I got the Buccaneers, and if they win, I think it's gonna be because of Tom Brady. Like, now I do think that. I think either one of these teams,
Oh
whoever
my
wins the
bad.
quarterback,
I'm
is
over here
gonna
tripping.
get the
I said.
MVP.
You said what? You said that one more time.
Whatever team wins, I would take the quarterback as the MVP if I'm betting.
That works. So while we're speaking of the NFL, and I know the Super Bowl is the biggest game, but hey guys, we're just gonna watch it. So we got our picks. Both of us think the Bucks are gonna win, and pretty much the consensus is, yeah, I may want Antonio. I mean, what's up?
I was gonna say the consensus is the Chiefs are gonna win. So we're going against the.
No, I'm talking about us.
Oh,
Yeah. Fuck the world, man. They have their picks. Wait and see what the Billy Goat do, as you would say. It's just the Billy Goat. Don't even talk to nobody for the rest of the time. Chris, if someone asks you who winning, just go bad. Don't even make the ass sound. Just go bad.
like, like I don't know, man. Like I don't just.
It's gonna be a
Billy
good
Goat.
one though.
Oh, I didn't. Bro, it could be 66 to 63.
I hope the defense
like,
go up and it is not 66. That's gonna be the actually I hope it is. I'm gonna be drunk as shit if it is.
or it could be 14 to 17. Like whatever happens, Billy Goat go have the ball last and he gonna score. Or get
Who
whatever.
who Billy Goat gonna throw it to?
Antonio Gronk. Gronk is gonna catch the winning touchdown if it comes down to that.
Gronk is. I think him or any of them could. Any of them could.
But if I had to pick, I'm gonna go with Gronk.
Yeah, he's for sure gonna go Gronk or Mike Evans. He tends to like to throw it up to Mike Evans.
Yeah, but if it's 5 seconds left in the Super Bowl, I think he's gonna throw it to Gronk. That's what I'm betting on. If I had to bet, like if it's the last play of the game, they 20 yards out,
and they said put 100 on it. Who you throwing to? You're like Gronk.
Gronk. Like if he doesn't, then I lose that way. But if I had to bet, I think Gronk gonna get it. I think Evans gonna ball out. I think all of them gonna ball out. But if it come down to that last throw, I think Billy Goat gonna go with the other Billy Goat.
Hey, wait, the other Billy Goat. So you got him over Kelsey as the GOAT of tight ends? I do, but I've been at that nigga.
I mean, but it's like you just said. You said a key word. You said Ben. Like, I'm not dissing Travis Kelce, and he's right on his way to becoming it. But it's one of those. And then Gronk did it for a minute, and what made it even more amazing, as cold as he was with Aaron Hernandez, like he didn't play with Tom Brady and Randy Moss. Like he didn't have a cheetah on the outside.
Yeah, he didn't. Kelsey was out there with Alex Smith getting it done. Wasn't it Alex Smith?
And before it's all said and done, don't get it twisted, people. Travis Kelce will be the greatest tight end of the modern era, just because he's gonna get stats. Like he's unguarded, like he's different. But I'm just saying Gronk because he did it already, type deal. Like
I got Gronk forever. Clutch man. Yeah, that's him. I catch touchdowns when I point and I laugh at them. Yeah, I just rhyme because you remember that when he caught that clutch ass touchdown against Pittsburgh and pointed at that nigga like you think with you on me? Please go somewhere.
So, but don't get it twisted. This is an opportunity for the Chiefs to make their claim to start coming at Billy Goat. Like, I'm not one of them people who think that if Patrick Mahomes win, he's Billy Goat now. Like he's not Billy Goat just yet.
You gotta play, man. I'm not with the whole anointing him, even though he's killing it. You gotta play. I don't want to go over anything that can happen to why, but you just gotta play. That's all I'm gonna say.
Nah, you gotta play because that's part of it, bro. Like Billy Goat was good for a long. Like, bro, I was listening to a rap we made in college in 2009, bro. And I was talking about Tom Brady in my era, bro, best to ever play. This is in 09. Like, bro, it's 2021. Like we've been out of college for almost like 10 years.
The man has been winning Super Bowls on the PS2. My bad. The PS1, the PS2,
Xbox.
The Xbox One, and shit, he had a chance to be the first nigga. Like the nigga's been here for generations, literally. Like
Right.
nigga, like
Like,
for
bro,
real, man.
we've
Like
real life grown up. Like,
yes, like watching Tom Brady just beat people. Like it's like damn. Oh man, but yeah, they're not gonna touch that man. Let's talk about best receiver in the game. Ooh, take your pick. Cheetah.
I'm gonna go with Cheetah. I'm gonna go with Cheetah. Like it. I mean, it's
Let me make
only
sure I clarify. My bad. Let me clarify. Who's gonna have the receiver that's gonna have the best game?
Mike Evans.
Ooh.
No, Chris Godwin is. Chris Godwin is
Over Cheetah?
over everybody. I think he'll have the
Chris
best
Godwin?
receiving game. Yeah,
Okay.
I think he'll. Only
Oh,
reason I say that is because he'll probably have the leaser of the matchup on him.
that's true. So you saying the CeeDee Lamb effect, as you explained earlier this year?
Or maybe Scotty Miller might have the best game.
I don't think they're gonna let because Scotty Miller's got kind of like he's like the deep threat and he does that, but I think that the Chiefs are gonna make sure they don't let
Yeah,
the top
but
get popped.
it's one of those. It's so many guys out there. Like your worst player is on Scotty Miller, and if you Brady, you got to take advantage of that fact.
Yeah, you're right.
Like you gonna have coverage roll to Evans. You got to pay attention to Antonio Brown because at the end of the day, he's Antonio Brown. So like, and then you got Godwin over there, and then you still got Grunt at tight end. So I mean, somebody is gonna have a porous defender on him.
No, that's true. Now I will say this one thing I have been wanting to say about the whole situation that is the Super Bowl and the two guys that are playing in it that I believe ultimately win and they can look up and say, hey man, if you do things your way, it may not turn out how everybody else thinks it's supposed to turn out, but it can turn out how you want it to turn out. And that is Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown are playing in the Super Bowl and the Steelers are at home, baby. They win. Point blank, period. I was telling you that the other day,
And I
and
tell you
it's a
again, I
dub,
just
man,
disagree, bro.
across. Man, there's
I
no
just
way you
disagree.
disagree. They playing in Super Bowl.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm not gonna say the Steelers lose. And I was looking at something. This ain't the first time that didn't happen. A player left the Steelers and went to the Chip. Like Jacoby Jones left the Texans in the next year, went to Ravens and helped them win a chip.
Well, we gonna get into y'all in a minute too.
No, I'm just saying as far as like when players leave, like 'cause they might not been in a position to do that. Like he wouldn't have, like he caught many of those same deep balls for us, but we weren't in a position for it to be like one where it mattered to that extent. Like it wasn't like I thought he would drop any of those. Like I've seen him catch that play like hundreds of times. Like it's one of them. He was finally in a place that they were playing in a game that it mattered to where
Bro,
when he
but
caught it and scored, it meant something. So
bro,
like I ain't gonna say we lost because we didn't get
bro,
Jacoby Jones back. Like even if we had him, we weren't gonna win.
you've been failed by your run game a year, and I'm not gonna go back to. I'm saying a year has happened. This has happened to them. A year has happened where you've had less than what's the word I'm looking for? Less than satisfactory passing and less than satisfactory running. And those two guys are running back and wide receiver. That's all I'm really saying.
Yeah, and like I'm not saying that Pittsburgh lost or that like it's just how it
They
shook
did
out.
lose. They
Like,
did lose.
cause in my heart of hearts, bro, I don't think that if Pittsburgh had those two guys, like if you look at it, Pittsburgh's running backs had just as many yards as Le'Veon Bell had this season. So I don't think they just lost. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like man,
Le'Veon Bell is playing in a different system with a more running backs. He might have a big game too.
he got the potential. I mean, but it's just one of them. Like it's a good situation for them, and I'm happy for them dudes. Like Like
I'm
shoot,
extremely
they
happy.
like, but shoot, man, Antonio Brown, if he in Pittsburgh, he not catching passes from Billy Goat. And if they had to play Billy Goat in the chip, they would have lost too. Or I'd have been
You
picking
just think
Billy Goat.
it's nothing. You just think it's the Billy Goat. But hey, you
No,
know
I'm
what?
saying that Billy Goat better than Big Ben. Just at the end of the day, I just think that a lot of the Pittsburgh troubles. And I don't know why I'm just even analyzing Pittsburgh, but I think a lot of their troubles is stemming from them boys should have went and got Cam Newton in the offseason and instead of trotting Big Ben back out there last year.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, I mean, hey, that's why you're analyzing Pittsburgh because to give that nugget there.
Because I mean, if you look at it, like yes, last year they had a bad passing year and running year, but the year prior they had a great passing year with a bunch of backup quarterbacks. And then the year before that, Connor had a great year running the ball. Like I really think them backup quarterbacks, as much as we were shitting on them, they could do something that Big Ben couldn't, and that was press the ball down the field.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, you're right. So I
Like
mean,
he's better than them. I'm not saying that they're better than him. I'm just saying at this point, he couldn't get the ball down the field.
all right. Well, yeah,
And
like you
so,
said, like I was gonna say, like you said, why the fuck are we analyzing the Pittsburgh Steelers? If we're not gonna talk
and
about the Super Bowl teams, then we need to talk about my man's getting free out of the shit stained team that is the Detroit Lions. No
man,
offense.
shout out to Matthew Stafford, man. Hey, look, hey, get it done, bro.
So a couple things. One, I'll just go real quick and I'll let you tackle on top. One, I love the trade. You know me, I'm a Matt Stafford fan. I think that he's been in a situation with a team that just doesn't really give a fuck about winning, two shits at all in Detroit. So, or not really to say that they don't give a fuck about winning because I can't judge them like that, but they just haven't won, and it doesn't look like they're about to win. Um, i.e. shit stain. But if you like the Lions, that's good for you. Maybe they'll win now. I'll just give them some negative karma to boost them up.
Man,
But
they
I
not
do
gonna
like the
win.
trade.
They hugged Jim Caldwell.
That is true. That bad karma shall stick. But I do like the trade a whole lot. Like we talked about it though. We talked about who won and who lost the trade, and I don't really feel like there is a loser. Um, you know what I'm saying, per se, in the whole ordeal. I think that the Rams get exactly what they think they need, which will be a W unless it blows up in their face. They get exactly what they think they need in a quarterback that can distribute this ball in a consistent manner. And Detroit's getting what I kind of was alluding to when we talked the other day about a team that's able to get a quarterback, even if it's thought of that some people may think he's done, some people may think he still has something left. A lot may think he has some left. A lot may think he's just a game manager. But you have a quarterback for 1 year. You got a lot of draft picks. If he actually comes to Detroit and he's good, oh my God, you got lucky and you got another quarterback, or you picked very well and got another quarterback. If you don't, then like I did that there, I got both sides. And then if you have a quarterback that sucks and he go bad, well then, hey, guess what? You planned well or you've lucked up on getting some draft picks. It's you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a win-win for Detroit, but I think that more so, I think that the Rams have really put that shit. If it doesn't open your eyes that they have Matthew Stafford and the best defense on paper, and we looked really good.
I
Our
mean, they're
top
top
five.
five defense
Yeah,
regardless. On paper or off paper, they're still the top five defense.
I think it was. Man, I really think that the Rams are going to be really, really, really cold.
Oh
You
no,
know,
I think they're gonna be real cold and they're gonna be real hard to beat. Like, but I also think that division is just a stiff division. So I mean, I think they did the smart thing. You get as good as you can, but I also can't guarantee they win that division. Cause I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm picking Dangerous again.
I mean, you're one to go with
Well,
dangerous.
really, no, I'm not gonna
I'm.
pick Dangerous. I'm not gonna lie. I think San Francisco gonna win that division next year.
Say that one more time.
I think San Francisco is gonna win that division next year.
Who's going to be the quarterback? We're not going to go on a tangent. I just who's going to be the quarterback?
Don't even matter.
All right, all right, I fuck with it.
I really think they got
All
a
right,
good enough
so
coach. They got a good enough coach that if if it is Jimmy G, we know what he can do with him. And if by some way God managed to send Deshaun Watson their way, I think them boys are the favorites to win it all.
And that's what we're going to get into real quick next. But just to make sure that it's known, the Rams are getting a guy that threw 26 TDs, 10 interceptions, and had 4,000 plus yards, 64 completion percentage. They getting the motherfucker that's about to ball out for them. And he did this, but Galladay was hurt most of the year, correct?
Oh yes, like
Hawkinson wasn't what we thought. He's cold, but he's not exactly what we
Matthew
think he is.
Stafford is a baller, bro. The only thing he got to work on and make sure he clean up is not throwing that bitch to the other team when it's the most crucial point of the game.
And I think having Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp is going to help with that a lot.
And see that part, like I feel like the receivers. I'm not gonna say he got better receivers as far as if he had Kenny Galladay out there, because I think Kenny Galladay better than both of them. But I just think that's just one of them. I just think it's one of them. That's just something he got to clean up. And you would think with Sean McVay, who was able to work with a lesser quarterback, like he would be able to help him with cleaning that up.
Take that back. Let me. I'm not to hurry, but let me take that back because Marvin Jones and Galladay are good receivers. Maybe it's more of.
Like I said,
Detroit's just not a good team. But yeah, it's just
man, bro, I ain't gonna say Detroit was a good team. I'm like, and it's nothing against Jim Caldwell. It's nothing against.
Oh, we know it's again. Go ahead. Nah, shut up.
Screw Matt Patricia. Like Matt Patricia, you are a dick walking around with a laminated paper with a pencil. The fuck. Shut the fuck up forever.
And you telling me Eric Bieniemy don't interview well? What did you do in the interview process when this nigga walked up with a laminated piece of paper with some plays on it and a pencil? Like, let me show you something. How?
Man, bro,
nigga, you can't write on
it
that.
Don't even have to be the interview process. The day I would have seen that shit, I would have had a conversation with that dude. Like, you insulting our intelligence now. Like now you playing with us. Like, you acting like we stupid. Like, what are you writing down? Like, what are you writing down?
They let him stay for that many years, so were they smart?
But that's where I said with Sean McVay being able to help him clean it up, because clearly Matt Patricia writing down, walking around.
You're not writing anything.
Pencil.
Yeah, just walking around.
He's not gonna help clean up nothing.
On laminated paper. He said, "Oh man, Adam Gase probably got fired." I mean, I'm not to be here to big up anybody getting fired in any way.
No, it's not big, man. These dudes.
You get a chance. If you get a chance,
let's keep it real, bro. These dudes have made millions of dollars when they probably shouldn't have. These dudes are gonna land on their feet. Like Bill O'Brien ruined the Texans organization, and now he's the offensive coordinator for Alabama. And if you look at the last 5 offensive coordinators for Alabama.
I hope and strive one day to fail as miserably as Bill O'Brien. Like, what'd you do? Oh man, I traded D Hop and fucked up a whole organization and hit rock bottom. What was rock bottom? Oh, I got to coach the offense of Alabama. What? Like, my nigga, let me fail like you. Like,
so
on, man.
In a year or two, let's just keep it a buck. LSU probably gonna fire Ed Orgeron, or what's another SEC? Mississippi State probably will fire their coach. Pick one, and Bill O'Brien will be the head coach there. Like it's mind-boggling, but that's why it's not no big up to firing these dudes. But man, they'll be okay. Big up to firing Adam Gase. Like he's ruined many careers.
He's one that I would say he was like a Jeff Fisher clone, but not. I'm not gonna get into Jeff Fisher. That's another episode.
No, we on Adam Gase, and I'll say one more thing. Because, look, I don't want what's the name. I'm being completely honest. I do not want Sam Darnold. Send us Quentin Williams. We don't keep that guy where he is. He can be Deshaun Watson's backup. But that's mostly due to him being with Adam Gase. Like, and I think he's just damaged goods. Like, I don't need to send him here.
Adam Gase is the only guy that I've seen. He got his job because he didn't develop. Peyton Manning made an offense and controlled an offense, and he got to hold the piece of paper while Peyton Manning did all the work.
Bro, you want to know the worst part about it? The Jets were out there beating the Dolphins when he was in Miami.
Yes, that's the thing. That's the worst thing about it, Chris. If we're in the same division, bro, and you come out there and beat my ass 2 times, and I fire my coach, you gonna turn around and say, "That's the guy. That's the guy that's gonna turn this around. He's the guy that's gonna turn this around and make us a winning organization."
Like, man, nah, bro. Adam Gase can go. But I mean,
But
if
you know what?
Deshaun Watson wishes
The way he
to
came to
go
that first
there,
press conference, he probably knew he had to know the plug or something. He had to have the party pack, something to get the job. What is it, Adam Gase? What do you have besides white skin? What do you have?
man, bro, I just say this. I like
That's all
Robert
I
Saleh.
need.
I like Robert Saleh. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted him
I
in
like.
Houston. Like, I just like coaches from that Shanahan tree because them dudes know how to work with the least better than most.
Go ahead and come on, man. Tell the story of the Shanahan tree and how you watched it with the Texans and going into the Vikings.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy growing into the Vikings, growing into the Packers, growing into the Rams, growing into pick a team, bro. A lot of these dudes were in the Texans building, bro, as just personnel guys. Like, they were there, bro. Like, LaFleur was here. Like, Mike Shanahan had Kyle Shanahan here, my nigga.
Go
Like,
ahead. I'm gonna let you
like I
explain
seen
it.
them take Arian Foster, who was an undrafted rookie, and put him with Jacoby Jones, who nobody knew Jacoby Jones was before that pass. Like, Andre Johnson, he was legit. I'm not going front. Zilla was the man, but he was hurt a lot by that time. Like, he got hurt a lot. Like, the Shanahans can really take lesser guys, like, and it's like they do voodoo magic, bro. And then these dudes are just all pros and like good linemen. That running scheme,
There you
it
go.
helps.
I wanted you to touch on that because as I let you go in on this, so the people know, this man has tracked the same running scheme. When he goes over these teams, and you think about how they were. Just go ahead, just go over. You're gonna be like, oh man, they do all run the same.
Nah, like it's kind of crazy. Like, and the reason why I know it's real is because you saw what happened when them dudes actually had a running back. Like, you see what Minnesota is like. Dalvin Cook is gonna be the best. Like, it's almost unfair. Like, we've seen them. Like, nothing against Raheem Mostert and nothing like Arian Foster. Like, Arian Foster is a great running back, but like Dalvin Cook is gonna mess around and get Hall of Fame numbers, bro. Like it's almost unfair. Like, these dudes have great running schemes, bro. And they did something I used to always ask people, like, if everybody gearing up to pass and then the defenses are gearing up to stop the pass, why don't somebody just come out?
Me and you were saying the same thing because it was around
Like,
the time that the Cowboys drafted Zeke, and you actually agreed with me because I was explaining that to people like we might need to get the dopest running back because everybody's trying to stop the pass. So we got a line. We should just run it down people's throats. And then you echoed that sentiment.
but nah, I like Salah. I think he might can do something good if they let him. But a lot of the times, bro, I don't think it's that these coaches are bad. I just think that a lot of the times, bro, it's bad luck with them, and it's also the ownership is just toxic. Like, when a team has been bad that long, it's not about the coaches no more, bro. This is a toxic situation.
I can understand that. So, speaking of toxic situations, let's go ahead and talk about it. I let you warm up. You know what I'm saying? I let you get your Hulk in you. Let you get a little relaxed. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I don't feel no kind of way about the Deshaun Watson deal, bro. I feel like the Texans
Let's
fan,
go over it.
as a
Let's
Texans fan,
chronologically. All right, go ahead. How you feel?
as a Texans fan,
Tell me how
bro.
you. Hold on. Let
Like,
me start like this.
yes,
Let me start like this. Welcome to Doctor Sportsplug. Chris, as a Texans fan, tell me how you feel.
man. If you a
tell me how you
real,
feel. We're gonna
I
call
say
this segment
this:
"Tell Me How You Feel."
if you a real Texans fan, that means you a Astros fan and a Rockets fan. And right now, you kind of numb to it, bro. And the reality is, like, as much as it sucks, because we do have the quarterback. Like, don't. I'm not saying trade Deshaun Watson because he's some bum, and I don't think he's ever gonna be great or win or none of that stuff. Like, man, I fucks with Deshaun, bro. Like, it's like, to me, it has been a pleasure to just see good quarterbacking, bro. Like, we've seen a lot of bad quarterbacking, But if we keep Deshaun Watson, it's nothing from keeping us from going 3-3 again. Like whether we have him or not, we can go 3-3.
If was a fifth, cause that boy gone. He's
Oh
out of
no,
there,
I'm
kid.
saying whether we. It's the same thing
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying
me.
with the Pittsburgh situation, bro. Whether we have him or not, that's not gonna make us win the Super Bowl. We have the worst cap. Like we don't have any good. I ain't gonna say we don't have any good players, but we don't really have a lot of good players like that to where we finna win a Super Bowl. Like we had the worst offensive line in football last year. And we just it's just one of them. Whether you
So
keep him or not, it's not gonna change the situation
what
of what we
what
saw.
what what do you? Let's do it like this first, and I guess you can answer the first question, and then we both could take turns on the next question. So, as a Texans fan, what do you want for him? You can't choose. Let's just play the game. You can't choose to keep him, just so you can't
Four
take each turn.
four first round, and I'm not even gonna put a team. Four
Well,
first round
no,
pick.
that's what I want you. No. That's what I want to do. I want you to give me the team, and we got time. we got a little bit of time, just a little bit. So
Oh, the
I just want you to give.
Jets. Like me personally, I want the Jets. I want the fourth. They offering 4 first round picks and Quentin Williams. I'll take that.
You want the Jets offer?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not gonna complain if we can get Tua and their 4 first round picks. Like it's one of them. We could either way it go. Like if they telling me we can get Tua and then the number 3 pick in the draft and then the number 1 next year and the number 1 the year after that and one more the year after that. Like so you saying we can get Tua, go draft Devontae Smith with the 3, like and you got picks moving forward. Gonna rebuild. Like it is what it is. Like if you getting Quentin Williams, you got a young defensive player. Like you can pair him with J.J. Watt. Take that number 2 pick that they have. Go get you somebody. Like, and then you move forward. Like, I feel like as a Texans fan, like the reality is we don't have D Hop no more. We don't have all of those guys we used to have, bro. And we not gonna have Watson. So the best thing you can do for the new coach and the new GM is give them as many draft picks, clear the cap room out so you can get them as much operating room and move forward. That's what you hired them for. Let them do their job.
I fucks with that. I think that as I move into, because that's what you want as fan. But I think that what I think, I do this. But what I think is going to happen actually is I think the Jets are going to end up with Deshaun Watson, and I think that y'all are going to end up with the number 2 pick. But I believe that y'all are going to end up trading that for multiple picks. And you're probably going to end up with Sam Darnold, is what I'm saying.
That's what the deal they offered.
And I think that you end up with that pick, but I think y'all will end up taking that second pick and trading it with somebody and getting no, I don't have the somebody right here, but somebody
whether
and
we
getting
get
that.
Sam Darnold, bro, we can get Sam Darnold and keep him. Like the end of the day, we need the picks. Like if we get the number 2 pick and Sam Darnold and Quentin Williams, but they only offered us Quentin Williams. Like, but that's what we trying to do is drive the price up now. Because I mean, to the flip side, would I rather if you saying we have to take the quarterback, I would take the Tua draft. The Tua and the draft pick.
2 in the draft picks, just because you like Tua better.
But if you saying Quentin Williams is involved, then yeah, send them on. Like you need as many players and as many picks. Like it don't matter which one of those dudes. Like in my opinion, whichever one of them bum out, like draft another guy. Me personally, if you trade Deshaun Watson, I think they should blow the whole thing up.
You call it Pittsburgh for their picks, they don't like to pick anyway.
Man, whoever. My logic is, if you are gonna trade J.J. Watt, go ahead and clear the deck. And I mean, if you're gonna trade Deshaun Watson, go ahead and clear the deck. Get as many picks and shit like that as you can, and then shit, see what happens. Like
I feel that. I think I agree with that. You know me, I always say like, I guess if you say you'd rather do it with Tua, I agree with the fact of getting all them picks, playing that quarterback 1 year. If that quarterback sucks, then drafting a guy that next year. You don't have to go get a quarterback this year. I just struck a nerve. People watch. It's about to go down to 5. 4, 3, 2.
I know I can't waste too much time on that. Like me personally, I would draft a quarterback every year. If I had a high pick, I would draft another one.
So
Like I just say this. I just say
explain,
this.
man. Nah, man, hold up.
I'ma
Go
just say
ahead,
this,
go ahead, go
people.
ahead.
Chase Young may go on to be one of the greatest players to ever play the game. But Justin Hubert will have a chance to throw the last pass. And if he completes it, it don't matter what Chase Young did that whole day.
Man, if it was a fifth, we'd all be
Oh,
jealous.
it's not a if like the Chase
Chase
Young or what.
Young
I'll say this. Can I
is.
ask you this, Russ?
Let me see something. Go
Can
ahead.
I ask you this?
Go ahead.
Take it past their rookie year. Since this year was their rookie year, so want to win offensive rookie of the year and want to win defensive rookie of the year. If Justin Hubert has the best year he can have, and Chase Young have the best year he could have, who gonna win MVP?
Depends.
It don't.
Because
Like
it doesn't, but it does. Because
like
the best year,
we've seen it,
yeah,
bro.
it doesn't.
We've seen
It
it.
doesn't.
Like it really doesn't. Like we've seen it. We've seen Aaron Donald go out there
But all right,
and
I'll ask
JJ
you
Watt.
this. I'll
Like I
ask you
saw
this though.
JJ Watt. And
Let me.
look,
All right. Okay, wait. But okay, that's cool. That's cool. But I saw Von Miller beat Cam Newton.
oh no, I'm not saying that
I saw the
that he
Giants
won't,
defensive line beat an undefeated Patriots team.
bro. And I'm not saying that it
Niggas
won't.
like Justin Tuck and Michael Strahan, they don't come. That
No,
ain't normal.
and I'm not saying that it is, but they also not called Billy Goat. Like,
That's
they also
fine.
not called Billy
They're
Goat.
not called
Like
Billy
it's a
Goat,
reason
but
a quarterback.
which one do you?
Like I'm not saying you wrong. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, like the quarterback is gonna always be like the way the football is set up now. It's the most valuable person on the field.
I feel that. I mean,
Like it's not. I'm
that's
not
something that I
saying
can't
that.
sit here
I'm not
and
saying
deny.
that Chase Young. Like it's possible for Chase Young to be the best player at his position, and Justin Hubert. No, I'm not even using Joe Burrow. I'm gonna use the quarterbacks taken out, and Justin Hubert to just be number 7, and he'll end up being more valuable, even if he was number 12. Like as the 12th best quarterback in the NFL, and Chase Young was number 1. Like it's one of them. I'm
So
not
you're
saying you're
saying,
wrong.
so you're saying that the 12th best quarterback in the NFL is more valuable than Aaron Donald?
For a team, yes. Because you just saw what the team that Aaron Donald played for just did.
I'm about
Like,
to see.
like it's
I'm
nothing
looking up
against these
I'm
dudes.
just looking up the QB power rankings for 2020, so I could just make sure. So when we look at the name of this QB, because you're harsh on QBs, so harsh, and
Yeah,
so like I want to make sure that when we look at this,
it's you're harsh on them because of the fact they have so much power over the field of play. Like the quarterback decides who
that's
gets the
crazy.
ball. The
We did not,
quarterback.
Chris, hold up. We didn't make this up. We didn't make this up. We didn't try to do this. Do you know who the 12th rated quarterback is?
Matt Stafford.
Yes, bro.
I'm not saying this because what I'm thinking. Like, bro,
I'm just saying, what are the odds? I'm just saying, what are the odds
no,
we're on the
it's not
same
the
team?
odds because I know where Matt Stafford is. Matt Stafford is around like the 12th. Like he's entered that Tony Romo range in his career, where it's not many older quarterbacks who are better than him. The only people you really putting ahead of him are guys who are
I
just
think he's
younger.
high. I think he's higher. This is just rankings off of what they did this season, according to.
And I'm sure a lot of these, like besides Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, who he's not better than, like a lot of those other dudes are just younger than him, and Russell Wilson might be up there. But after that, the other dudes are just younger than him, and I mean he's not worse than any of these dudes. He's just younger. They're just younger than him. So he's at that Romo. Like Romo wasn't better than like 3 guys. He wasn't better than Peyton Manning. He wasn't better than Brady. And you can argue. Me personally, I would take Romo over Big Ben, but you could argue Big Ben because of the clutch stuff. But after those three dudes, like the only people you can put Luck in front of him because of what you thought he was gonna become. You can put Russell Wilson at the time because of what you thought he was gonna become. But like at the end of the day, what's actually happening? Tony Romo's still just as good as these dudes.
I'm not getting
The-
you. Hear me? I'm just letting you speak. You hear me?
Nah, I'm not, and I'm not. I mean, of course, and I rag on Tony Romo too because he blew it when it was the most important. But at the end of the day, he was the
He
most
didn't blow
important.
it. It was a catch.
Oh, I'm all right. That one he
He was
didn't. That
reaching
nigga
for it
also.
though.
Hey, look, that nigga also dropped the snap. I mean, he done did stuff. I'm not gonna
Bro,
get into
that
all
dumb.
of
We don't
that.
talk about that,
I'm not
man.
gonna get into all of that. I'm just saying as much as at about number 12, the 12th best quarterback is generally gonna be more valuable than the best defensive player in the league at the time just because he's a quarterback. Like, now, no, I'm not going to say that Kirk Cousins or, when you start getting down there, like, yeah, quarterback is important, but I'd rather, like, the Rams, rather have Aaron Donald and get a Jared Goff than to have Kirk Cousins and no Aaron Donald. So it's one of them, like, when you get to that range, yeah, but at about 12, nah, you'd rather have that guy. Like, even if they didn't have Aaron Donald right now, you would still think this is a real good team because they'd have a good defense. It just wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? You'd lose a lot not having him, but they'd still be a top 10, maybe 15 defense in the league.
Yeah, you're right. I'm trying to look up. We're good. I'm just looking up a mock draft for who to see. Who is even the? They got a lot of quarterbacks at the top. We'll just use good old Todd. Everybody can trust Todd.
And see, when it comes to the draft, like if you drafting to me rookies, like of course teams gonna trade up to get a quarterback and stuff because the quarterback is. Look, think of this, bro. The Buffalo Bills were able to get the cornerback White, the linebacker. What's the linebacker that they had, bro? Dang.
The Jaguars.
No, the one that they drafted, Tremaine Edmonds. Like they drafted
It's some
him.
of the Bills.
The Bills, I'm tripping. The Bills, the Buffalo Bills. They were able to get 3 players for Pat Mahomes. Don't you think it would have been better if the Bills just took Pat Mahomes?
So here's what I'll say. According to this draft, I might have to nullify my argument about picking the best defensive player, but I will say this: I would trade the pick back if I did have a quarterback and get multiple picks.
Oh,
But
if you get Sam Darnold, you trade the pick back. Like, of course, my logic is no, you go get a quarterback because you'll never get that high.
you already said. Let's rephrase this because people might be thinking you're for you mean in any round. You don't care what round. You just want them.
Yeah, like man, if you can go and get you a quarterback in the second or third round, go get one. I'm not saying with the first. I'm just saying more of if you have a chance to get one of those guys, get them. Like Buffalo, and Buffalo have a good team, bro. But like at no time in the next 5 years am I just sitting here saying, yeah, they gonna beat this Kansas City Chiefs. Y'all could beat them dudes when their quarterback was knocked out.
All right, that makes perfect sense.
Like Pat Mahomes was on a bad leg and his brain was rattled. Like he didn't get choked out.
I think we said that way. I think he did. I think he did kind of get that choke out. But be that as it may, I think we're saying the same thing. You just want him to draft a quarterback. My main thing is use the quarterback because you get a good. It's a win-win. I mean, because if you lose,
Either way, it's a win-win. Whether you draft a guy, whether you do what you say and use the guy, and you do lose, you still get a pick. Whether you do what you say and trade out of the 2, and you get another one. Say you get the number 15 pick, you get another first round pick, like for next year.
I can't argue with it
round.
now because after some research, Jimmy Johnson did draft his quarterback from Miami with Aikman, and he said why he did it was he said I knew one of them was going to win and the other one was going to trade.
Man, it's not that
he built the dynasty that way.
Man,
so
bro, to me the issue is more of you not in a lose-lose situation, like you said, bro. Like the Texans, won't be in a lose-lose situation. Going wrapping it all the way up. Like they won't be in a lose-lose situation because you have options. Like at the end of the day, you hired a GM. So let him do his job.
And I think that's all
Like,
you really want is not to be a lose-lose situation. Lastly, on the subject, I'll let you handle this and just tell me whose fault do you think it is?
man, it's Jack Easterby's fault. Well, no, I take that back. It's not Jack Easterby's fault. It's Kyle McNair, the owner. Like, they don't trade D Hop without running that fast. The owner. Like, let's just keep it a buck. They
Yeah.
don't. They don't. You know what I'm saying? Make. But what's this dude, Bill O'Brien, the damn GM, without running that past the owner? Like, it's on you, bro. Like, you didn't set this on fire. Like. And so at this point, if you're gonna get rid of Watson, get rid of all of these dudes, get as much draft capital and get a lot of these contracts off the books and let these guys pick and see what happens.
And I'm a close this actual subject just by saying, pretty much echoing what you say, but also as just an outsider, not a person that roots for the team. We'll talk about my team in a second, but not a team, the person that roots not very long. But as a person that just looking from the outside, is once you once these NFL teams have made a mistake, instead of looking at it as, oh my God, the player wants this and the player wants that, because I'm not even gonna get into that because that's not worth my time talking about because we know it's wrong. It's more so just admit that that not working out and get what you can and move forward because it's sports and it's going to be a continuous cycle. So whether you have the player or not, you might as well move on from it if need be and get it going and get your draft picks and just do what you need to do because this whole we're keeping this guy and this guy's not going anywhere and all this type of stuff
Yeah,
really
just
makes
rip the band-aid off. Rip the band-aid off. It only will hurt for a few minutes. And then once you just pull that band-aid off, it won't hurt as bad no more.
we can briefly touch on the pain and suffering that is uh, waiting for Dak to get signed. But I
Man, them
mean,
boys be able to pay that, man.
they need to. They need to pay him. We're gonna lose out on a good thing. We're gonna be like the Cowboys and Dak and Chris. Chris this is that. It's funny to me to fuck it up and say the Cowboys and Dak are like that homeboy that like he's your homeboy and you gonna tell him the truth and he comes to you and he's like, man, it's trouble in paradise, but I don't need that bitch. And you're like, man, in your head you're like, I'm gonna let him vent, but he need that bitch. Like Cowboys, you need Jack. You need him. Like you need him. He makes you better. He makes you better. He makes you a better person.
Hey,
You
look, we
look
was
better in public with that.
Hey,
Like
look,
when they see
we was talking about this artist earlier. Hey, look, Jerry Jones and the Cowboy staff need to go bump that Rihanna. You needed me, like,
man, I don't want to just be another nigga on the hit list. I don't want Dak to go all the way and win with another team. They said shit. Because I know we need you, Dak. We fell apart without that
like,
nigga. Man, shit. That motherfucker
like,
right there proved his worth. I'm not going to lie. They need to pay that thing. I don't think they will. I'm going to say that I do believe they need to, but I don't think they will. I think they're going to franchise him again.
yeah,
Just because I'm not gonna lie to you, America. If I was the owner,
yeah, I probably would too.
I probably
Like,
would do like shit. He call
it's
me
nothing
asshole.
against, it's nothing
Like,
against Dak. It's just
it's
I'm
good
not gonna,
business.
I'm not gonna pay a guy that's not Pat Mahomes money. Like you said, it's just good business.
And then if for whatever reason you take me to the NFC Championship or to the Super Bowl, well, then we can talk.
Yeah.
I ain't got no reason not to talk then. And if that's wrong, I don't want to be right. But hey,
All
good
right.
fans, but they won't.
But if I'm the Cowboys,
Hey,
I'm paying
let's
Dak
not.
Prescott. I'm paying Dak Prescott, bro.
No, I
Like he's
think
just
I think
like
it,
he's
hey, it's good business. It's a good big business practice to get the franchise. That's why it exists. And I do see why they would do it. And parts of me agree with it. A lot of parts of me agree with it. But I do think Dak is worth contract. And the main
No,
reason I
it's
do think he's worth the contract is like he's not like these other guys that was drafted high, and the dude has performed at such a high level. So he does deserve his money.
man. I think Dak Prescott is just he's in the mode to me of the Russell Wilsons. Like I think that he's like Zeke will be gone, the line will be gone, like everybody who was there 4 years ago will be gone, and I think Dak will be at the point to where he can lead a bunch of young guys to the promised land.
Until they reach that or to the promised land. I think you're gonna say like how
Like
was they able to maintain while they was losing, but then when they got they got DK, they got some other players.
they got a bunch of young guys. Now they finna try to make a run over these next few. Like I could see Dak being in that situation and excelling. Like I do think he's a good player, and I think he's worth paying. Like I just think the Cowboys got to play that game of chicken now. Like you got to franchise him, and
Yeah.
if he goes out there and takes y'all to the NFC Championship, hey, F it, we paying.
Because that's what I honestly think is the marker. I think if a dude gets you to, that's why Goff got paid. He got to the Super Bowl.
And I ain't gonna say Super Bowl, like, cause that's I mean
But I'm
that's
just saying
lottery.
that's why he got paid. Like people like, you gave him that contract. He got to the Super Bowl.
He got to the
He
Super
got to the
Bowl.
Super Bowl. And quiet as kept. Who won that game against Kansas City that year?
Oh God, man, Goff he got it
Like,
in him. Like I'm not gonna diss him. Like I mean that's just the game you play. Like I do think that
they got rid of
can
Irvin.
can like that can take them to a Super Bowl next year, and y'all just gonna pay him. It just is what it is.
I hope that he does.
Yep, that's why it's a win-win situation. Like
Yeah,
who cares? Like if Dak Prescott wins one Super Bowl for the Dallas Cowboys, he's definitely worth whatever the Kansas City Chiefs gave
yeah.
Pat Mahomes. Like even if he never wins another, like if he goes and wins one next year, I'd give him the exact same contract and we just ride it out.
Yeah. I don't. I mean, I think that's all they're just waiting for is to see if they get to an NFC Championship. That's really what they're looking for. Because in the eyes of most, that is competing for a championship, is being one of the last four,
Yeah, you
people.
just one of the last four. Like I ain't even gonna say he got to get him to a Super Bowl. That'd be that sucker shit that people be doing. Like when it comes to getting your money, that ain't about rankings and who the best quarterbacks and shit like that. That's about to me like you playing right now and you looking for
Hmm.
the best guy to give you the opportunity to win right now.
Exactly. No, I
And
agree 100%.
and so under those circumstances, man, you pay that.
Yeah, I
Like,
think, and I'm gonna get more into what we need to do in the off season. Of course, I always check out the player comparisons. Those will be coming out up into draft day. You know what I'm saying? A little bit after draft day as well. We'll get more of that as the off season comes. But um, yeah, man, that's basically. Yeah, I mean, did you want to tackle? Is there any? I mean, MVP voting. I know me and you probably agree. We think that Aaron
oh,
Rodgers is going to be the MVP.
Aaron Rodgers, I'll leave it with this, bro.
Well, I got
Like,
two
we
things. I
had,
got I got I got one more thing for you though. About a
I
guy
was
you
gonna
like.
say, if MVP is Aaron Rodgers and the shut the fuck up forever, like, give me the gold jacket, please. Because I called this. I called it, bro. Like, I called this. All season long, I gave my shut the fuck up to the Packers. And I called this. Like, you stupid piece of shit. You stupid piece of shit. You have Aaron Rodgers. This guy's the MVP. And you go draft a quarterback. Like,
There's only like one, maybe two quarterbacks better than him in the league.
Russ, I said draft a quarterback even if you get Sam Darnold. You stupid shits drafted. Like, bro, go get you a quarterback in the 5th or 6th round. Who cares? You got Aaron Rodgers. Go get a player. Like, what are you thinking? Like, go get a player. Like, yes, I think they would have had a better chance if they would have went and drafted Tristan Wirfs. Or if they would have went and drafted Shazier Alex. They got Shazier Alexander. But it's other rookies. I'm just I'm heated up right now.
No, I know what you're talking about.
All
Like,
I'm saying
they
is
could have had
it
CD
was.
Lamb. They could have had. No, no, the big one is they could have had Justin Jefferson.
Man,
Now, if
come
anybody, no, well,
on.
this is where I was just, if anybody wants to tell me that the Packers would have lost with Justin Jefferson as their wide receiver alongside of Devontae Adams, you also get the Shut the Fuck Up award
Oh
forever.
no. I'll say this. They could have lost. But all I'm saying is, if they would have lost, Justin Jefferson would have been on the field. He would have been on the field. Like, I don't need to lose with a nigga I picked and he ain't even on the field. Like, he's not even playing. Like, you had two dudes that didn't play. You drafted in the first and second round. That's crazy. Like, how does that make any sense? Like, they didn't play. Like, you lost a game
and you traded up. You
like,
traded
bro,
up.
you were in the game before the Super Bowl. At your house in the cold weather. Like, don't go get no quarterback.
And the two guys you drafted didn't play.
Didn't play. Like, who's to say you will ever get back there? Like, this is one thing I think good franchises, like teams who've always been good and their fan bases take for granted, is how fast it can change. Like, Aaron Rodgers leaves and you don't pick another Aaron Rodgers for the next 20 years, you suck. It's just that simple. Like, come on. Go get a Super Bowl. Like, the New Orleans Saints may never be good again, but they got the one with Drew Brees. And that's all that mattered. They didn't go out there and get the year they won a Super Bowl, they didn't go draft a quarterback. That's why they paid him. Let's go get some players. I ain't telling good teams to be drafting quarterbacks in the first round. I'm talking about bad teams. Like the Green Bay Packers, shut the fuck up. And I'm also saying that, bro, because they over here trying to throw shots at the Texans. We ain't no idiots. We're not going to get rid of them. What? You really calling us stupid? Come on, my G. Y'all drafted a quarterback, and y'all got probably the best quarterback in the league. Like, if not the best, you can argue he's in the top 5. Like, get out of here. Y'all are idiots. Like, y'all deserve for Aaron Rodgers to want to be up out of there just as much as we deserve for Deshaun Watson. Like, y'all, in my opinion, I think what they did was worse. Like, what they did was worse. Because Aaron Rodgers did go out here and win the MVP down there. Like,
Aaron Rodgers is going to win the MVP.
Like, come on,
He's just
man.
not going to go to the Super Bowl because, he needed a little extra help. But
like this nigga Kirk Cousins took Justin Jefferson. Like, bro, and that's the worst part. Because when Aaron Rodgers leaves you and when he's gone, guess what Minnesota gonna look into? A quarterback at some point. And even if they don't,
like the Brett Favre and they get Aaron Rodgers and the old Aaron Rodgers is throwing into a prime Justin Jefferson.
And Adam Thielen, because you know he gonna make Adam Thielen work. That's Jordy Nelson all over again. And let's not forget that we were talking about this so great running back scheme and how I say these guys always take nothings like Kirk Cousins and Matt Schaubs and shit RG3s and Jimmy Garoppolo's and I'll name your favorite quarterback, Matt Ryan. Like, my man ain't did shit since they left. He ain't did shit since they left. Nothing.
I'm going to leave you alone. I'm going to leave Matt alone because I don't want to be one of them dudes that just constantly just goes off on. I'm going to leave him alone. But I will say I like that. Shut up. All I'm saying is this, because I'm going to get this in at the season's end. And I know it's the Chiefs. And I know it's the Bucks. And I know we getting back to them and back to what's happening now. But I want everybody that laughed at me, everybody that said I was crazy, everybody that said, Russell, you do not know what you're talking about. When I said Stephon Diggs was going to come out here and lead the league in receiver.
Hey, look.
I said Stephon Diggs come out here and make it happen. I'm not pointing directly at you. You did give me my props.
I gave you your props. But to my defense and my argument, like, and I'm saying you were totally right with Stephon Diggs. He proved it.
Thank you, Mr. Diggs. I just want to say to watching. Thank you, bro. And hit that subscribe and that like button.
Hey, look, but to my defense, the Saints offense definitely wasn't the same without Michael Thomas being Michael Thomas. And I also said if I am gonna trade a D Hop or any of my receivers, I take Justin Jefferson, and Justin Jefferson did ball out.
You did say that, and I did say that it doesn't matter, and I was wrong because he broke Randy Moss's rookie record. All right.
But let it be known that when Diggs became the focal point of an offense with a quarterback who wasn't, like I said about those guys who come from that Shanahan tree, they make nothings out of something. So you put him with a something quarterback, I was wrong. That dude went out there and you can argue he was the best receiver in the league this year.
Yeah. And you can argue that. Well, I'll say this, Chris. We can leave them with a taste of what's to come in the next podcast. I'm going to say something. Now, we're not going to get into it. We're not going to go far and far. I'm just going to say something, and you're going to be like, man, shut the fuck up. But Dirk is better than Tim Duncan, man. And this has been the Sportsplug podcast. And, hey, when the football season's over, all we can talk about is basketball. So we'll just go over why Dirk is better than Tim Duncan. Because Dirk is better than Tim Duncan. Dirk is better than Tim Duncan.
Hey, look, and I'm going to say something. I'm not even going to dignify that. I'm just going to say this. Shout out to the Raptors. They got a dub tonight over the Nets.
Hey, shout out to the Raptors. Hit them boys with that. Yeah, that's me. Follow me on IG, Sportsplug.store. Because you already know this Sportsplug with the highlight. Let's get it going. But, hey, thank you for watching. Oh, remember, what are the Sundays for? Hit them with that ad before we dip.
Man, Sundays is for the Sherrard barbecue. Shout out to the Super Bowl. It's going down. We got 75-cent wings, beer buckets. And if you come up to me after you done listen to this whole show and tell me who me and Russell predicted Buccaneers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, to win the Super Bowl, no, I take that back. I'm going to get real specific. If you walk up to me and just say bad.
But you gotta say it. You don't have to do the ah. If you do the ah, that's too much. You just gotta say bad.
You just say bad. And I got, hey, look, yo, Chucky Chan is on me.
Yo, Chucky Chan is on him. And I'm going to talk a little bit more so that it's not exactly at the end of the episode. So if you're listening, yes, we're playing games, but there's food in every motherfucking episode, so we're not playing games. And soon, there'll be shirts in the episode. But don't expect that right away. At all.
Hey, but hit that subscribe button. No, hit that subscribe button.
That like. Make sure that you follow Sportsplug.
Hit the bell.
IG. Make sure you follow Sherrard Barbecue on IG. Make sure you go to Sherrard Barbecue. If you are where, Chris, give them the address.
It's Spring Street Beer and Wine Garden. It's on Houston Avenue, 1920 Houston Avenue, and we out here.
What's Unc say every time we get ready to leave the show?
Man, if nothing else, my people, stay sucker free.
Sportsplug. We out.